if you're an entrepreneur, you run a small business, you will get to a place where you know you have to build a team. I've been there as an entrepreneur, and building a team is exhilarating. It is a challenge, but it's very exciting when the team comes together and everyone is unified and very focused, and you're able to accomplish the objectives that you want to accomplish. So your question might be, how do I build a team? How do I go about doing it? And I want to share with you a couple of steps that I've used in the process of building effective teams. Now, the first thing you have to figure out when you're building a team is, what is your vision? Teams get excited, individuals get excited when they understand the vision. They know where we're going, what are the objectives, what will mean success for us. And it's important when you're thinking about your vision that you think about a few steps down the road. This doesn't mean that you have to have some huge vision, but it has to be clear where you're going. We're trying to bring this product to market. We're trying to add 10 more customers. We're trying to add 20 new members. We're trying to attract a sponsor and so forth. Those kinds of visions that are tangible will help you understand not only the kind of people that you want to attract, but it will give those parties an understanding of what's required, what's involved, and what will mean success for the team. Now, the second piece of this is understanding the skills that are required. There are certain skills required at different stages of building an organization. Early in an organization, sometimes you just need labor. You need people who can show up, people who can greet people, people who can knock on doors. It might be very basic, but you have to get an understanding of what those skills are. Now, I think there are two skills that are really important. The first skill that is really crucial is having the skill of a great attitude. That's right. A great attitude is a skill. And if you have people with the right attitude, you can get things done. Now, the second skill that I believe is really crucial is the skill of execution. Now, it doesn't mean that the person has to be a great salesperson, technologist, construction worker, whatever it is that you're doing, but they've got to be a person who can see something through and get it done. Sometimes that means they do it. Sometimes it means they improve their skills to do it. And sometimes it means they're just a person who can figure out how to get other people involved, how to keep people motivated, how to get the result, whatever is required. When I was building a company once, we had people who were just out of college, and their skill initially was research. Their skill was having a great attitude about being in the industry. But one of the things that really helped us was they had the skill of finding a way. In fact, that used to be one of our rallying cries in my company. Find a way. If you're in a situation and you don't know how to get it done, you've got to find a way. So execution is a key skill. Now, the third component in terms of building a team is understanding what rewards you offer. Now, sometimes the reward is very simple. Sometimes it's, you're paying that person. You're paying them, and you're giving them an opportunity they wouldn't otherwise have. And sometimes that's enough. But in other cases, the reward is being in a position where you're working in an industry, or where they're working in an industry where they wouldn't be able to get in normally. For example, when I ran my sports company, I was able to say to the individuals that we recruited, you're going to be able to go to these games. You're going to be around athletes and coaches. You're going to be in the midst of the excitement and the action. You're going to see how this all works behind the scenes. And that's an exciting reward. And for someone that wants to get into the sports or entertainment industry, it isn't always easy. So that can be a very compelling reward, and that can really attract some people to you. Now, the fourth step to the process is you've got to make the case. You've got to be a person that inspires people, that makes people want to work with you, that helps people understand the vision, the skills, the rewards over and over again. Because when you get into the grunt work, people forget that. And so you've got to be a person that is a leader. And that is something that you have to work on. You have to work on your words. You have to work on your presentation. You have to work on your encouragement. You have to work on acknowledgement. You have to work on those things that make people want to work with you. If you do that, you're going to get people very excited, and they're going to often do things for you, because not only do they want the rewards and want to be part of the team, but they want to be in an environment where they're working with you, that they have your acknowledgement, that they have your encouragement, and in some cases your approval. So remember that. You've got to make the case continually. Now, the fifth point here in building a team is you have to be in constant recruiting mode. You can't assume that the team that you've assembled will stick together. As much as we might want everyone to stick together, people will have their own points of view about whether they want to stay, whether it's successful or not, whether they're being rewarded enough, whether this is exciting enough, whether they got what they signed up for. There will be all kinds of motivations that will come into play with the people that are working with you that will determine whether or not they are able to stick it out. So what are those 5 steps again? The first one is you must have a vision for your team. The second is you must understand what skills are required. The third is you must be clear about the rewards that you offer. The fourth is you have to make the case. You have to make the case continually. And number 5 is you have to always refresh, replenish, and expand that team, because people will drop out, people will get discouraged, people will find other opportunities, and you'll find that you'll need more people to bring more blood and energy into that team. If you like this tip, let me know. Give it a thumbs up in the comments. Make sure you share it with someone in your network, and stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I have a lot more coming. I'll see you next time.